What if I told you the loudest voice in the Doug and Jackie Christie scandal wasn't Doug, wasn't Jackie, not even Chris Webber? It was their daughter, Chantel Christie. And when she finally decided to speak, she didn't just reveal the truth. She set fire to everything. In a raw, emotional live stream that crashed through the internet like a bomb, Chantel stared straight into the camera and said, "My mom didn't just step out, she wrecked our family. And my dad, he let it happen." Within seconds, Chantel Unfiltered was trending everywhere. But it wasn't just the words, it was what she threatened to show next. Surveillance footage, deleted voice memos, a backup drive filled with proof that Jackie's secret affair with Chris Webber wasn't just real, it was orchestrated. Chantel called it emotional warfare. And Doug? She accused him of choosing silence over respect, of standing by while it all unfolded. Now, the internet is asking, what's on that drive? What else does Chantel know? And why is the only person being honest the one who spent years being told to stay quiet? No warning, no PR rollout, no teaser, just a blurry Instagram Live notification from a verified account no one had checked in months. Within minutes, thousands joined the stream. But this wasn't a glam session or a skincare promo. This was something else. A daughter, exhausted and furious, finally ready to light the whole story on fire. Chantel sat on her bed, hoodie up, hair messy, no filter, voice cracking. But her words cut deep. Her very first line. "Y'all want the truth? My mom didn't just cheat on my dad. She shattered our family, and I'm done pretending we're fine." That's all it took. Twitter blew up, TikTok hit overdrive. Blogs, podcasts, gossip accounts. Everyone locked in as Chantel opened the vault of family secrets that had been hidden for decades. And it wasn't pretty. She started from the beginning. No sugarcoating. "I grew up in a home where fear wore lipstick and heels," she said. To the world, Jackie was fierce, fabulous, and protective. But behind the scenes, it was like walking through a minefield with a smile on your face. Comments flooded in. "Wait, is she really talking about Jackie like this? Is this even real?" And still she kept going. She controlled what I wore, what I ate, who I talked to, even my career. If it didn't make her look good, it didn't matter. And my dad? He just stood there, told me to. She said he told her to respect her mother, that it's just how she is. But then came the moment that flipped the internet on its head. Chantel took a breath, locked eyes with the camera, and said, "And yes, I saw it. The texts, the screenshots, the hotel videos. My mom and Chris Webber? That wasn't some random mistake. It was routine." Boom. The live nearly crashed from the spike in viewers. Thousands more poured in by the minute. Twitter flooded with screenshots. Memes were already being made midstream. And Chantel? She didn't stop. She revealed how her mom would pick fights with Doug just to storm out of the house. Anytime he got too close to the truth, she'd explode, flip it on him, vanish, and go straight to Chris. Chantel claimed she had everything. Texts, photos, even hotel confirmations, all the stuff Jackie thought she erased. But here's the twist. Chantel had saved it all. Backed up years ago, locked away on a private drive. "I kept everything," she said, "because I knew one day she'd play victim. And when that day came, I wanted receipts." The live chat went wild. People begging her, "Drop the proof, show the clips, expose it all." But Chantel wasn't done. That's when she shifted gears and turned her fire on Doug. "My dad knew," she said. "Maybe not every detail, maybe not how deep it went, but he saw enough. And instead of defending himself, or me, he kept covering for her." The chat lost it. "Doug, weak AF," one person wrote. "He's been her puppet since forever." Chantel's voice broke as she shared what happened when she was 16. She came home early from a party. The house was dark, quiet, but she saw Jackie downstairs in the den, whispering into her phone, giggling. She didn't think much of it until she heard her mother say, "You make me feel like more than just someone's wife. You make me feel like a woman." After the call ended, Chantel checked the phone. The contact name? Chris. Do not answer. That was the moment everything clicked. That's when I realized my mom wasn't just a bad wife. She was playing all of us. And my dad? He either didn't want to believe it or he was too in love to care. But the biggest bomb came next. Chantel said she had stumbled across an old home security file on a backup drive while editing a school video. The clip was mislabeled. Curious, she opened it. What she saw: Jackie letting Chris Webber into their home at night while Doug was away on a road trip. They didn't even go upstairs. They sat on the couch, opened a bottle of wine, and Chantel didn't describe the rest. She didn't have to. The chat exploded. Shocked emojis, caps lock chaos, screaming gifs. She said she confronted Doug. Weeks later, told him everything, even showed him the video. His response? "It's complicated. She's under a lot of pressure. Let's not ruin the family over this." That's when Chantel said she gave up on him. My hero died that day. He didn't protect me. He didn't protect himself. He protected a lie. By that point, her live stream had crossed 1.2 million viewers. People were recording it, reposting, splicing clips. Blogs were already writing. Headlines: VH1's official account silently unfollowed Jackie mid-broadcast. And then came the final blow. Chantel's warning. She was done hiding. She said she was already in discussions with multiple networks, and if VH1 didn't give her the space to speak her truth, "I'll take it somewhere else," she said. "I've got the tapes, the recordings, the evidence, and if anyone thinks they're going to silence me again, you're about to learn exactly who I am." Then, just one last sentence before she ended the live. "You fell in love with the Christie name. Now meet the one who watched it all fall apart." The screen went black, but the internet stayed on fire. Chantel's live didn't just trend, it detonated. By the next morning, every gossip page, every podcast, every entertainment outlet was circling like sharks. TMZ dropped a headline. Before sunrise, Jackie exposed by daughter in viral meltdown, Chris Webber affair caught on video. The Shade Room posted 9 slides back-to-back, quoting Chantel line for line. Even ESPN's social media team couldn't resist. They reposted an old clip of Doug and Jackie courtside, captioned, "This aged like milk." Jackie's team scrambled. Her publicist issued a stiff, hollow statement. Ms. Christie is aware of the statements made online and will respond through appropriate legal channels. Too late. The internet had already made up its mind. Jackie, once seen as the strong, loyal ride-or-die, was suddenly being dragged as the mastermind of manipulation. Memes flooded timelines. One showed her photoshopped into the Gone Girl poster, with the text, "Gaslight, gatekeep, get Webber." Meanwhile, Chantel's inbox was blowing up. Blue checkmarks, producers, talk show bookers. A streaming rep allegedly offered her a docuseries deal within 24 hours. Working title, Daughter of the Dynasty. And Doug? Still silent, which only made things worse. Chantel posted a follow-up to her Instagram story that said everything. "The fact that my father still hasn't said a word tells you all you need to know. Protecting her, even now, is betrayal all over again." Fans weren't feeling bad anymore. Sympathy turned into disappointment. Doug Christie really let his daughter carry this alone? The internet asked, and the answer was loud. Yes, he did. Imagine standing in your own house, watching your wife welcome your friend inside, and doing nothing. That's the silence Doug Christie wore, and it screamed louder than words. Then came the leak no one saw coming. An old voice memo, allegedly recorded by Chantel years ago, posted anonymously to Reddit. The audio was scratchy but clear enough to make out Jackie's voice screaming, "You're nothing without me. Doug, I made you. You think anyone gives a damn about you without me standing next to you?" Then came Doug's voice, low, worn out, hollow. "I just want peace, Jackie. You win. You always win." It wasn't a smoking gun about the affair, no names were dropped, but it painted a brutal picture of life inside that house. Media outlets started using new words: toxic, controlling, emotionally violent. Psychologists uploaded reaction videos. Relationship experts dissected the power games. Even a clip from a 2008 Basketball Wives episode went viral again. Jackie, smiling on camera, telling Doug, "If I can't have you, no one can." Suddenly, the past wasn't just history, it was evidence. Still, Doug stayed silent. But Jackie, she finally cracked. She went live from a flawless hotel room, glam makeup, diamond necklace, everything spotless, and started her broadcast with, "If being a strong woman makes me the villain, then fine. I'll be the villain." She didn't name Chantel. She didn't mention Chris, but she said, "I've spent my life defending my family, and now that I've stopped, they're calling it betrayal." The comments weren't kind. "This isn't strength, this is delusion," they said. "Where's the denial? Where's the part where you say, 'I didn't sleep with Chris'?" But Jackie offered no answers, no Q&A, just a cold 6-minute clip full of deflection, then silence. That night, Chantel fired back. She posted a blurry black-and-white photo of an external hard drive with a simple caption, "Let's try this again. Still want to play the strong woman card?" Boom. Fans flooded the comments. "Drop the footage. Post the receipts. We're ready for trial." But instead of leaking anything, Chantel made her boldest move yet. The next morning, she walked straight into VH1 headquarters, smiling for paparazzi in a t-shirt that read, "The truth has a daughter." Word got out fast. She was in negotiations for a televised showdown, Jackie versus Chantel. Doug's attendance, still unconfirmed, but then it got messier. Chris Webber finally broke his silence, sort of. He posted a cryptic Instagram story, a shattered Dipset mixtape CD with the caption, "Some things don't rewind." Fans lost their minds. Is that a confession? Chris just admitted to being the wrecking ball. But it didn't stop there. An anonymous source leaked old burner phone messages between Jackie and Chris. One read, "He's away this weekend. You know what that means." Chris replied, "Room or the house?" Jackie, "The house. I like the danger." No official confirmation, but it didn't matter. The trust was gone. Doug, once seen as a devoted husband, was now being dragged as either too weak to act or too loyal to care. Then came the legal nuke. Chantel's legal team hit Jackie's camp with a cease and desist, demanding she stop interfering with Chantel's right to tell her truth. Why? Because whispers had started. Jackie allegedly contacted a data erasing firm to wipe old devices. That rumor landed like dynamite. Why would she do that unless there's something to hide? The hashtag #LydierDon'tLetJackieWipe. It started trending. Chantel? She posted one sentence. "Too late. Backups are off-site." This wasn't a feud anymore. It was a full-blown family detonation. Legal warfare, digital blackmail, and televised chaos, all colliding. VH1 dropped the teaser. One family, one betrayal. One daughter's truth versus one mother's denial. Jackie and Chantel, face to face. The internet went rabid. But before it aired, Doug was spotted outside a Sacramento counseling center, sneaking through a side door. A blurry photo of him wiping his face went viral, captioned, "Too little, too late." The man once praised for loyalty, for staying, silent and standing by his wife, was now being flamed for letting his daughter carry the weight alone. Then came the knockout punch. Chantel released a teaser clip from a separate interview she filmed with another network. She looked directly into the lens and said, "They tried to bury the truth with filters, PR edits, and brand deals. But lies leave stains, and I'm done scrubbing." The scene, dark, cinematic, 2 chairs, 1 table, a single glass of water between them. This wasn't a reunion, it was a war room. VH1's special, Jackie and Chantel, Face to Face, hadn't even aired yet and had already become the most anticipated event on reality TV. Teasers alone had pulled over 15 million views. And then, the moment arrived. Both women entered the studio from opposite sides. Jackie was first, black blazer, slick ponytail, jaw tight. The second she sat, her Agassi, Jackie exposed, trended again. But that was just the beginning. Jackie tried to retake control. "You have no idea what I gave up for this family. Everything I did was for all of us." Chantel leaned in. "No. Everything you did was for yourself. To keep your image clean. To wear the perfect wife mask while sneaking Chris Webber in through the side door." Silence. Jackie's jaw locked. The host leaned back. Someone from production whispered, "Keep going." And Chantel did. "I saw everything. The late-night calls, the lies. You cheated on my father. You lied to your fans. And you broke me in ways you will never understand." And then Jackie snapped. "You have no idea what your father put me through. He was cold, distant. He wasn't—" Chantel cut her off mid-sentence. "So you opened your legs for his friend?" The room fell silent, stone still. Jackie's mouth tightened. She looked away. For the first time in this entire saga, she had nothing to say. No spin, no clapback, just silence. Chantel reached into her bag and pulled out a small black USB drive. "You want to talk about truth? Here's yours," she said calmly. "Surveillance footage, voice notes, messages, all from the same years you were preaching faithfulness." Jackie froze. Chantel added, "And no, this isn't for the public. This is just for you. So you finally understand. I wasn't bluffing. I watched you break him. I watched him let you. And now you're going to watch me rebuild without either of you." Boom. That moment, that line, became the most shared clip in VH1 history. Reels, TikToks, memes, podcasts, it was everywhere. And just when fans were catching their breath, Doug Christie stepped back into the story, uninvited, unexpected, and unfiltered. He appeared live on The Breakfast Club the very next morning. Dark sunglasses, hollow eyes, a man clearly carrying too many nights without sleep. "I stayed silent because I thought that was the noble thing to do," Doug said. "I didn't want to tear apart my daughter. I didn't want to humiliate my ex-wife. But silence made me the villain. So let me be clear. Yes, I knew about the affair. Yes, I stayed. And no, it wasn't because I was weak. It was because I didn't know who I was without her." Boom again. The clip exploded. 5 million views by lunchtime. Some praised him for finally speaking up. Others didn't hold back. "Your daughter was out here swinging alone while you were sitting in the corner folding," one tweet read. The truth. Doug didn't protect Jackie. He protected the illusion of a perfect marriage. And while Doug tried to humanize his silence, Jackie went on the attack with a lawsuit. Yes, Jackie Christie officially sued her daughter for defamation, emotional distress, and unauthorized use of private digital property. The internet didn't buy it for a second. Desperate, they called it. But Chantel, she just smiled, posted a short clip from her sunlit backyard, calm and glowing. "If suing me helps you dodge accountability, go ahead. But you can't sue me for speaking my truth. And the truth is, you don't get to play Mother of the Year after decades of playing villain in private." Then came the biggest twist of all. Chris Webber finally sat down for a full-length interview. No sunglasses, no PR team, just him. "I was wrong," he said. "Doug was my brother, Jackie. I won't speak for her. But I crossed the line, and I regret it." He admitted to multiple encounters, confirmed the hotel meetups, the burner texts, and when asked if he and Jackie still speak, he simply said, "No comment." The host pushed, "Why?" Chris paused and answered, "Because when someone burns their own house down, you don't walk back in just to save the furniture." Mic drop. At that point, the scandal wasn't just personal, it had become cultural. Headlines exploded, the fall of the Christie dynasty. Documentaries rushed into development. Think pieces flooded timelines. Chantel was nominated across several platforms as Digital Truth Teller of the Year. Her following doubled. Her voice got louder. And Jackie, still trying to spin, still trying to survive a narrative she no longer controlled,